You are completely right. The mic was off. Let me start again. I said, hello, Florin. How are you? Are you ready to do this thing? I've got a cup of tea and an extensive map. And it's a good job you're in the chat, because if you weren't, I would not have known that my mic was off. But now I know. Yep, I'm pretty good. I've decided to have an earlier start this time and see if we can power through and get this thing done. It's actually been quite a good game. I've quite enjoyed it. Do you remember where we got to last night? We got into chapter 2. I would have told... Hello, David Watts. So, quick recap. We were on chapter 2. Chapter 1, we went in a carriage somewhere. The driver disappeared. The locals told us to crush up some bones and make something magic. We took those magical things to a stone. Something happened and we got a spirit encapsulated into a stake. Like a steak that you can stab something with, not a steak that you could eat. Not a delicious steak, a stabbing steak. How many chapters are there? 2 chapters. So we're halfway there. 2 chapters of Ravenswood. And basically the last bit of what we'd achieved was that we just turn that down. That we basically blew up a wall so that we could get into the bit where what's his face lives. What's his name? Let me look up the name of the guy. The guy's name is... He's a lord or something. What is he? A bad person that lives in a big house. I can't remember what he's called now. To talk to the villagers. The lord, I guess he's the Lord of Ravenwood or something. He's not good. He's done something to our friend. So we're going to go and then sort it out. We're now on the other side of the wall. We can't get out again. So there's a definite divide between chapter 1 and chapter 2. We've gone through the wall. The wall has fallen down behind us. Some of our objects from our inventory have gone missing. So let's see what's in our inventory and have a little wander around. INB. Enter. So we've got the stake with the spirit, which we got at great odds. We have a hammer and we have an axe. I wonder if this is a bit like a Sierra game where I'm assuming I'll need that stake at some point. It's like a Sierra game where you can get through to this bit with things that aren't in your inventory that you need. You are by the tall estate wall. A large hole has been blown in it. We blew that hole yesterday. Rubble is strewn everywhere. To the east is a dark, dense woodland. To the south, the gate to the property. So we're now on the other side of the gate. Just going to have a look at that gate from the other side. There it is. The gate from the other side. It looks very similar to the gate from outside. You are on the other side of the locked gate to Ravenwood Estate. There is a dirt track leading to the south. Do you know what? I'm going to start a new map. Because the old map has no bearing on where we are now. So let's see what we've got here. So let's draw the gate here. Gate. I'll draw a little picture of a gate. Lovely. Right, next. There is a dirt track, dark menacing woods to the east. So let's go. There was a dark street. In the dark street there was a dark house. Have you read that book as well? It's a good book, isn't it? Seems like a bit of a too easy a book to write, but I'm aware of that book. I think it starts off in a dark, not fens, moor. There's a dark moor, and there's a dark wood. In the dark wood, there's a dark house, and there's a dark door on the dark house. Behind the dark door, there was a dark hall. Anyone else read that? It's a rip-roaring read. Okay. A huge werewolf. Didn't see that. A huge werewolf is here. Oh, flip me. That was close. You hear underground. Right, okay. You hear undergrowth splintering and growling. Right. If we've learned anything from the first chapter, it's if you stick around on a screen for too long when there's things, when it's got that text in red saying something's growling or creeping about. A huge werewolf is here. Get off the screen. Get off the screen. DE. The panic. I read it recently to my mate's kid. I like doing it very dramatically. You sure you didn't just read it to yourself? East. So it stops. As soon as you stop hearing that disc noise, it means that you're just in a loop. So it's trying to do something to give the appearance of a massive wood by just looping you round west. Keep going until the disc drive goes. N S E W. What was the code I wrote down last time? To get out of woods when you get lost. Okay, let's examine tell you what we'll do. Say X, Y, Z, Z, Y. Wow, it works. It works on this chapter as well. Whoa. The werewolf pounces at you, ripping you to shreds. You are dead. You are deep in the room. Okay. Don't use the code on chapter 2. File. Load state. Right. We're back at the start again. Luckily I saved it. Well, there's no werewolves and he likes funny bones. Does he like Dr. Zeus? Dr. Zeus is a good one. You are the tall... Right, okay. If we go east, we end up at the gate. So we've got the wall here. Oh no, sorry, east is the woods. Where am I here? Yeah, I'm going to go splintering, so let's go back again. East. Let's go back west. Right, by the wharf, I guess. East. A large hole and it blah 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 blah. Let's just see if there's anything else in the hole. You see nothing special. Exam wall. Just check there's nothing else around. I see nothing special. Exam rubble. I see nothing special. Okay. South is the gate. So the wall. It's weird that you'd go south to see the wall, isn't it? Put the kind of curves around. Wall. So we've gone south. So if I go north, I go back to the wall, which seems odd. You're on the other side of the lock gates to Ravenwood. There is a dirt track leading off to the south. Dark menacing woods to the east. So we don't want to go there. Let's put that woods. just draw some little trees and put woods. Where should we go? You're on the other side of that gate. So north takes us back to the wall. This seems weird. If I go north, it feels like I should be facing north at all times, but I'm not. I go anyway. Then I go back south again. Let's go everywhere except the woods to start off with. A huge werewolf is here. Okay. Exam wolf. And then he kills me. Okay, let's try and use the thing on it, the stake. You are dead. File. Load state. Back by the wall. Okay. Let's go south. Dirt track leading off to the south. Dark menacing woods to the east. What's to the west? Nothing. We can't go that way. So we go south to the dirt path. Dirt track. You are on a dirt track. It looks very similar to the dirt track on the other side of the wall. You're on a dirt track. North are the great. North are the great gates. North are the great gates. To the estate. South of the estate stretches onwards. The track bends off to the east. Dirt track. Dirt track. The track bends off to the east. You hear the undergrowth splintering nearby and growling. Right, let's get out of here, shall we? Let's bend off to the east. You're on a dirt track. East is the intimidating Ravenwood. North is dark, dense woodland. So they're both woods. East is the dark, intimidating Ravenwood Manor. Oh, sorry. Ravenwood Manor, not wood. North is the dense woodland. You're in the dense Ravenwood forest. Appears to be a clearing here. A hugely overgrown stagnant pond at its centre. A huge werewolf is here. Use stake. Did that do anything? No. You are dead. Load state. Vlatu. Apparently, I'm just reading on the other screen, I've got some information about the game. You have a 30%. If I click off the screen, that pauses it. Right. Inv. Stake. Right, can we use the axe to chop the thing? Let me just read what the wording is to actually kill a werewolf, because I know that I could kill a werewolf probably with the hammer or the axe or the stake, but I'll sit there for ages going through verbs until I work it out. So I'm going to work out what the phrase is by reading a complete solution. Get. Can you kill a wolf? F wolf. No, it is not like you can. You've just got to avoid them. Okay. Let's go. East is the dark, dense woodland. Let's just go into the woodland, shall we? Somewhere from the darkness. You hear undergrowth slithering. Let's go again. A huge werewolf is here. A huge werewolf. Book. Ooh, get book. Oh. You are dead. So what was that? So I went east from the wall. Did I go east? I went east about. I basically went into the woods. I got a book. So there's a book in the woods. Let's go back into the woods. Run disk, not run disk. Load state, blah 2. Notice this game isn't on the categories, Dave. I had to put it down as retro. Right, here we go again. Let's go into the woods until we find a book. You are in a dense woods, thick undergrowth can be heard coming. Undergrowth here slithering nearby. You see nothing. As soon as I see something, nothing. Nothing. A huge werewolf. Oh, south. South. West. North. Oops. Whoa. Did it load a different screen? Or am I dead? Load state. This is quite a difficult second chapter. Okay. South. Takes me to the gate. And from there I can go south again to a dirt track, or I can go east into the woods. Let's go to the dirt track, shall we? Which is south. Dirt track north are great gates to the estate. You hear undergrowth splintering nearby growling. The track bends off to the east. So I can go north. East. Let's go east. Woodland Manor north is a dark. You're on a dirt track. East is the dark, intimidating wood. North is a dark, dense woodland. North. A dead groundskeeper. Exam. Groundskeeper. It's quite difficult, this. As soon as you find something, a werewolf kills you. There's got to be a way of killing a werewolf. Let me have a look. Otherwise, it's going to take ages. Is there any way of killing these things? Kill. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of help from the guide to try and do this first bit. Load state. Blah 2. Okay. Yeah, I want to go east 4 times, south 1 time, get book. 1. 2, 3, 4, south, and then I type get book on the next screen. Get book, and die. Okay. This is a slightly less relaxing text adventure. Load state. Right. East. 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 South. Get book. W. Get. Oh, flip me. I know what I've got to do and I can't do it. This is worse than trying to retrieve water. Here we go again. Load state. Blah 2. East. You hear undergrowth splintering. East. You hear growl. You hear undergrowth. You hear undergrowth. East. South is a huge werewolf here. South. 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 East. South. 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 East. East. You can kind of relax for a little bit. If you hear the undergrowth splintering nearby and growling, it's like a rest screen where you've got a few seconds to have a sip of tea. Right, let's go west. You hear splintering. East. Nothing. Nothing. Huge werewolf. Nothing. Huge werewolf. Huge werewolf. Nothing. Huge werewolf. Nothing. And a huge werewolf. Flipping heck. Right. Load state. Four E's and an S will get us where we need to go. If there's a werewolf on the screen, walk away from it, come back. 4 E's. 1, 2, 3, 4. South. North. There's a werewolf. South. Right. What? Wasn't there a book there a minute ago? North. North. South. 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 East. East. West. West. Okay. It's not as good as chapter 1 so far. West. North. East. South. Oh. East. 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 Let's get away from the werewolves and have a look around. Right, there's no werewolf here. The sky is obscured by the canopy of trees. Exam. I know what I've got. Exam tree. You see nothing special. East. west, south, south, east. You alright? It's live. I'll be back in just a moment. And I'm back again. Right, where were we? North, west, 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 south, north, east, south. Oh, here we go. Something's coming. Something's loading. Get book. Oh, Christ. The werewolf pounces at you, ripping you to shreds. You are dead. Load state. East. WB. Is WB short for something? 2, 3, 4, south. Get book. Well, as soon as you get the book, you are welcome back. Thank you, Florin. You've got lots of... It's not an acronym, is it? An acronym's one that spells a word. You've got lots of shortenings for things. Right. If I get to that screen and the werewolf's there, then I die, regardless of how quickly I type get book. East. 1, 2, 3, 4, south, save state. Let's save this as a separate save. Let's see if we can utilize this somehow. Right. How long does it take for the... Right, if I do nothing, does the werewolf eat me? It just says a huge werewolf is here. If I get the book, does it not kill me? Is it just going to kill me? Let's see. Let's just chill out, have a cup of tea, and see if the werewolf eats me. So it's not eating me. The werewolf was fine. How about if I talk? Wolf. So it's just, as soon as there's another, it's either he's written the game so that every time something happens it activates another cycle, and that next cycle is the wolf eating me, or he doesn't like being spoken to, or watching people pick up books. Load state. Blah 3. Right. I'm on the screen with the book. So if I go west and then I go east again, I should come back to the screen and maybe the werewolf won't be there. So let's go west. And then I go east again. Is the werewolf still there? But the book's not there. So the book was there. And now the book's not there. So the book's there, the werewolf's there. Okay. West again. A huge werewolf is there. West again. North. East. This is fairly random, isn't it? South. West. North. East. South. Here we go. It's loading something. It's going to be something on the next screen. A book and no werewolf. Get in. Right. File. Save state. Blah 3. We're kind of safe on a screen. You're safe on any screen where you can hear stuff. Not safe on a screen where there's a werewolf. All you can do on a screen with a werewolf is walk away from that screen. We've kind of established that now. I have a book. Let's have a look at the book. Exam book. It's bound in leather with silver edging. Right. We need to find that dead keeper. So let's keep randomly walking until we find that dead keeper. East. Nothing. East. A huge werewolf. Nothing to pick up. Nothing. Nothing. West. North. East. South. West. West. East. East. West, 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 south. Is it random? It feels like it's being randomly generated, but using a seed. So the first time you ever do it, you can negotiate it. But once you've done something once, maybe the seed gets regenerated and then it's just random. North, east, south. Here we go. What's on this next screen? Nothing. So I think if I'm on that screen, we'll go west and then south. Dead groundskeeper. Nothing else around. Right. Exam keeper. Exam keeper. His throat is crushed, his arm is dangling in the pond. You hear undergrowth splintering nearby. There should be a key. Exam arm. He's holding something in his submerged hand. Exam hand or pond. Something in the silt. Exam silt. Exam pond. Exam hand. Exam keeper. Exam arm. Get key. Okay. Did I just pick up the key? Key. Okay, I've got a key. Save state. Save state. Blah 3. Right. Exam. Exam pond. Get handle. Okay. Inv. Here we go again. We're off. South. A dirt track. It's nice to be out of the woods. Let's go. East is the dark, intimidating Ravenwood Manor. North is the dark woods. You are in something different. You are in the courtyard of the imposing Ravenwood Manor. It stands dark and brooding. There is a large, ornate statue here dedicated to the great Lord Ravenwood. Okay. Exam statue. There's an inscription. Pull third, then place and twist. You hear undergrowth splintering nearby and growling. I'm going to take a photo of the screen because I feel like I might need that at some point. There we go. Remember the old days when you had to write stuff down like that. Okay. We now have to go southeast, south. Southeast, southeast, southeast. And examine a fire. Southeast, southeast. Oh, it's not actually southeast, south. South. East. Side of the house, darkened windows have bars on them. South. You are in an ornate, formal garden. You can see a large groundskeeper's shed here. You see a strange blue fire. I can't see the shed. You are in an ornate, formal garden. You see a large groundskeeper's shed here. East, you see a strange blue fire. Exam shed that I can't see. Okay, let's go in the shed. It's locked. Use key. It's locked. It's unlocked. Sorry, it's unlocked. Okay. Get shears. Get bucket. There's anything else? Right, we want to go northwest, northwest, north, north, west, north, west, north. Fill bucket. We'll find out in a second. What is the blue fire described in the garden? It's full. You hear splintering in the undergrowth. Let's go and have a look at the fire, shall we? south, east, south, east, and then we want to go south, east. You are on a small patch of gardeners. Gardeners. You are on a small patch of gardeners. Oh, gardeners. I read that sentence. It's not a sentence. It's just my brain. It's not even late in the day. It's just a point in the day where my brain has stopped processing carriage returns. You are on a small patch of gardener's land. A large stone brazier stands in the centre. Okay. Let's examine that fire, shall we? There's something in the flame. It's too hot to get. Okay. Use. This is where we came up a cropper last time, didn't we? The fire recedes. You knock something out of the flame. Amulet. Get amulet. Okay. What have we got now? Loads of stuff. A stake with a spirit in it. A hammer. An axe. A book that is ancient. Shears. Amulet. Handle for a valve. And a bucket. I'd like to tell you that I'm working this stuff out as I go along, but due to the fact that the woods are not randomly generated, just randomly locating you, and werewolves keep eating me, and I've got a 30% chance of being eaten at any given moment, and I wouldn't mind finishing this tonight because I want to find out how it ends. I'm sort of 80% using the hint guide from solutionarchive.com. There's no way I would have worked out some of the stuff from yesterday though in chapter 1, so that makes me feel a little bit better about it. Where are we? Exam amulet. Exam amulet. It's got a carving of a snake swallowing its own tail. Let's have a look at the book. You open the book at a random page. A chapter called Serpents. They fear the amulet of truth. Serpents don't like amulets. Let's go west. West. And let's go west again. Show amulet. The amulet grows. The serpent. Well, you can't see obviously it's a very basic game, but still, you don't see stuff until it kills you in this game, do you? The amulet grows. The serpent cowers in fear. The ladder is free. The serpent seems to be placid now. Get ladder. Okay, the serpent seems to be placid now. Inventory. I have a ladder. Do I have a ladder in there? Stake, hammer, axe, book, shears, ladder. Let's go east, north, and then west. East. North. And then west. You are in the estate orchard. Apple tree upon apple tree can be seen everywhere. Drop ladder. Okay, now what? You. I can now go up because I've dropped up. Whoa! I've gone up the tree. Is the ladder for getting over one of those gates? That's what I would have thought. This game isn't that logical. I kind of thought some of the first chapter, until I got to the bit where you had to crush up wolf bones and bits and bobs, found it fairly logical. This one I'm finding less logical, and I feel like I might possibly work out some of these puzzles if I played this game extensively every night for about a month maybe. You are in the upper branches of an orchard tree. A large red kite is lodged in the upper branches. A long chain is wrapped around everything. What should I do? Let me have a think whilst looking at the other screen. Well, maybe I should examine the kite, and maybe there's a key or something attached to it that I could use. Exam kite. There is a chain attached to it. You see something hanging from it. We can see now there's a key, and it is iron. Get you. Get key. Do I want the kite? Or is that lodged there? I can't. Okay. D. East. Felt the same as a kid playing the Winnie the Pooh text adventure, but it all seemed illogical. What did you play that on? The Winnie the Pooh text adventure. Is it a text adventure or was it a graphical text adventure? Right. We can now open the cellar doors. Use key. And was the Winnie the Pooh game available on the BBC Micro? See you in a bit, Florin. That was C64 graphical text adventure. Should we play that one next? What do you reckon? Can we tag it Winnie the Pooh the text adventure on? Is that available to tag in Twitch? Because this one's not. Not that that's a reason to play a game or not play a game. It's unlocked. Okay. Let's go D for down. Like this. You're in a dark, dusty cellar. Racks of wine bottles line the walls. Large casks sit by the eastern wall. There are some stone steps leading west. Wow, look at all that wine. Apple II, Commodore 64, MS-DOS, Atari ST, Amiga. Anything except for the BBC Micro there. Let me have a look. Winnie the Pooh text adventure. Winnie the Pooh Adventures in 100 Acre Wood. Is that the one? Or The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh? Game Boy Color. No, it's not that one. Winnie the Pooh Big Adventure, A Lift the Flat Book. Winnie the Pooh. Let me just print Winnie the Pooh. C64 game. Winnie the Pooh. There we go. Oh, is that by Sierra? Early this morning, a strong wind went through 100-acre wood and picked up many objects and scattered them about. It is your job to locate all the objects, determine who the proper owners are, and return them. You had better hurry, though, before the wind returns again. Along the way, you'll meet some familiar Winnie the Pooh characters, including Eeyore, Owl, Tigger, and Piglet. I'd be up for that if it's a Sierra game. It looks good. It looks better than this. Not that this is bad, but it just looks like it's obviously a little bit worse. Written on a superior system, isn't it? This is written on the BBC Micro. Right, where were we? You are in a dark, dusty, blah, 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 blah. Read book. You open the book at a random page, a chapter called Plants. The roots are difficult to kill. You must overfeed it. Okay. Why is that? You read about how to kill plants, right? Let's go west. You are in the grand entrance hall of Ravenwood Manor. A huge sweeping staircase reaches upwards. Let's go up. You see stone golem. Exam stone. I see nothing special. Okay, up the stairs we go. You see a picture. You are in the upper hallways of the manor. Pictures adorn the wall. Exam picture. It's of a gentleman signed DM. Is it DM or OM? Let me just consult this document here. OM. There's probably something in there, isn't there? OM. East. Exam picture. It's of a grand landscape signed L-I. O-M-L-I. North. Exam picture. X. Omlix. What about the mirror? Let me just. I should actually save my game. I'm not saved for a little while. Save state. It's of a small, sad child. Exam mirror. It's glass backed with silver. You are in a grand bedroom. A large four-poster bed is the main focus here. Exam drawers. Break mirror. Silver sounds good for the wold. For that wold fella, the wolf fella. Something sharp, a dagger. There we go. Get dagger. That dagger would be good for the wolves as well. Exam bed. Looks very comfy. Use bed. Sorry, I can't. Exam. Wardrobe. Old jackets and shirts. Get shirt. Get jacket. I can't. East. I was thinking the same thing. It should be drawers. Do you know how I learned how to spell drawers? Because of one of the King's Quest games. Just dropped my pen. When I was a kid, I used to think that drawers was spelled D-R-A-W-S, and then kept typing it when I was playing an old King's Quest game and didn't get very far. Where were we? East brake mirror by request of David. I can't do that. South. East. You are in the master bedroom. A comfy large bed dominates the room. There are strange scuff marks on the floor here. You see a bell cord, a bed, some drawers, and a wardrobe. I wonder what would happen if we pulled the cord. Do you know that the chord, that's a chord for when you're playing a guitar? Is it a different, there you go, my spelling's still not that good. Is that a chord that you pull? Is there a difference in spelling? The wall, those graphics are really good, aren't they, for a BBC Micro? Let's get my lead untangled. The wall and floor rotates. You see a lever. There is, that chord is like string. So when I play the guitar, I play a chord. When I pull a chord, there's no H in it. Let's go west. You're in a dingy secret passage. There are strange vines growing along even the walls. Let's go south. You are in a very humid secret passage. Vines are everywhere. There is a strange door here. No features, no way to open it. Looks like the werewolf is the master of the house, escaped from his weird self-imposed dungeon. It does look a little bit like that, doesn't it? I have a feeling that this next thing that I'm going to have to do here is something that I would never have worked out. Do you know what I've got to do here? Cut hand. Ouch, you have a bloody hand now. It doesn't, yeah. Now I say omlix, which is the thing that I worked out from the pictures. The sill glows as your bloody palm makes contact. There's a sudden blast of air. The sill fades. Let's go south. Giant plant. You are in a secret I don't know what that word. Secret arboreal atrium. A strange giant plant dominates the centre of this space. Let's go east. Nobody would figure that out, at least not quickly. Unless there's, sometimes I wonder when you're using a solution, like it has got me to go and read the picture, so I at least understand where that omlix is coming from, but I've got no idea where that cutting your hand thing, how you'd have worked that out. You are in a little side room. It has It has big water tanks and a series of pipes and valves. Use handle. You hear liquid flowing. So we fixed. Hello, Adrian. Well, so we're on chapter 2. Pretty much everything that we're doing here is completely illogical. So for 99%, I'd say about 90% of the time, it started off with about 50% of the time I was using the solution to get the wording correct. And now I'm using it about 95% of the time because some of these puzzles are just way over my head. But essentially, we're at Ravenwood Manor now. We've gone through the woods. We've dodged a few werewolves, got some bits and bobs, and we're now in the manor looking for the Lord and trying to work out what's happened and what's happened to our chum. Right, we're going to go west, and that plant should be dead now. Dying plant. You are in a secret arboreal atrium. A strange giant plant dominates the center of this space. Okay. Do you know what you've got to do now? Which again, I wouldn't have worked out. I'd just be walking around examining everything. The next thing I have to do is read a book. Of course. You open the book at a random page. A chapter called Demons. Hard to kill, but they fear silver. It is deadly to them. What now? Say that thing from the swimming pool. X, Y, Z, Z, Y. Right, these woods are deadly. I'm just going to click off the emulator at the moment to pause it to explain it for Dean. But basically, when you hear undergrowth splintering nearby and growling, that means you're safe. If you see the text, there is a werewolf, then you're not safe. And if there's a werewolf there, as soon as you do anything, it just results in you getting killed by the werewolf. And you've got a 30% chance of encountering a werewolf, which makes it quite difficult to go through the woods, which seems to randomly locate you as you wander about. 2 wests and 3 souths. 1 west, 2 wests, 1, 2, 3 souths. A huge werewolf is there. Luckily, we're getting off the screen quickly. You are by the tall wall surrounding the Ravenwood estate. Thick, spiky roots are everywhere. You hear undergrowth splintering, which means I'm safe. The roots are, we can use the shears now because the roots are dead. You retrieve a strange idol. You hear the undergrowth splintering. So you see an idol and dead roots. Let's get the idol. Get idol. Okay, you hear undergrowth. Right, what else? Dead roots. Do we need those? I don't think we need those, do we? I can't. Let's go north. East. East. South. East. East. Down. And let's get a bottle, shall we? Get bottle. This is the first logical thing that I've done. in this chapter. Which bottle? There's about 100. Choose a bottle 1 to 100. There was obviously something I should have read at some point that would tell me the correct bottle to get. But I'm going to have a stab in the dark and assume it's bottle number 3 that I need. One of the large casks slides to one side, revealing a small hole in the wall. Okay, to go through a hole in this game, you have to type go hole, which we learnt when we were on the other side of the wall. You are in a small priest's bolt hole. In the centre of this tiny room is a strange stone altar. It's weird. What an amazing stab in the dark. So lucky. Do you know what I find odd is the people viewing the numbers always seem odd. It's like, I think it says I've got 2 people watching on Restream. It says I've got 3 people watching on Twitch. And I click on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It says there's 4 people in the chat. Hello, Candy Est. Right, where were we? The vault home. In the centre of this tiny room is a strange stone altar. Right. Let's examine the altar, shall we? I see nothing special because I spelt it wrong. Altar. It has a strange identification on top. Let's examine the idol. Its base fits into something, I think. Right, maybe we need to place the idol somewhere in the priest's bolt hole. You place the idol into the indentation. Okay, maybe we need to put idol in priest's hole. It's pretty much what I've just done. Now, once we put the idol into the priest's hole, let's rotate it. Turn idol in priest's hole. You hear a click and something falls from a small hole. It's a parchment. Get parch. Okay, what now? Let's read it. Read parch. It reads Emeth. E-M-E-T-H. It reads Emeth. Okay, right. What should we do now? Let's get out of this hole, shall we? Very good. Let's go west. Do you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to save state. Save state. Imagine if I'd have played this game without save states and without a solution. Okay, let's go. Up. East. North. There's the mirror again. Exam mirror. It's glass, back with silver. You wanted to break the mirror. Let's break the mirror. Ready? The axe shatters the mirror its handle breaks. What now? Let's get the shard. Get shard. See, the get shard thing, I would have maybe worked out an absolute push. I wouldn't have worked out the next bit. Crush shard. You use the hammer to grind the glass into a fine silver powder. Crush shard. S. It is a weak axe, isn't it? West. Down. Now I learnt the word emeth from that scroll. I wouldn't be surprised if I had to say emeth in this exact location. Let's see if my hunch is correct. The huge golem shudders to a halt. It then stands to one side, inert. Are you going to throw silver water at the werewolf? You know, maybe, but for now, I'm going to go north. Are you reading along at home, David? Throw. You are in the dark study of Lord Elgin Wood. The walls are painted black. The fire is the only light. On the wall is painted a strange glowing symbol. You see Lord Elginwood, finally, face to face with Lord Elginwood. Let's throw the powder at him, shall we? He's not a werewolf, but we are going to throw some powder at him. He could be a werewolf. Elgin gulps in the powder as he pounces towards you. Lord Elgin is choking, coughing up ash, laying on the floor. It doesn't look like he's doing that. See what we should do now. Let's just finish him off with the stake. You slam the stake into Elgin's chest. Elgin is writhing on the floor, a silver stake protruding from his chest. Kick shins. Let's hit the stake with the hammer. What? Ah, do the wrong. Right, okay. So that's what happens. I just did that to demonstrate what happens when Lord Elgin kills you. Let me show you now what happens when you don't. Right, where did I get to? Where was I on this thing? I had to say something here, didn't I? Cross shard. Right, here we go again. Say Emeth. A huge golem opens up. North. Throw powder. What? Didn't I just... I have got the powder, haven't I? You are dead. File. Load state. I've got the powder, haven't I? Stake. Hammer. Oh, I haven't got the powder. I saved it before I got the powder, didn't I? Right. Let's go and get smash the mirror again. Where's the mirror thing? Right, that's where we are. east, north, exam, mirror, swing axe, get shard, crush shard, S, W. We are very, very close to the end now. Down. File, save, state, blah 5. Right. Say MF. And then let's go save again. Right, let's do this. North. Throw powder. Elgin gulps in the powder. As he pounces towards you, he's now choking, which is good. Use stake. He's now got the stake in him. Hit stake. You deliver the killing blow. Cough, how can a mere mortal defeat the power of the great master? Elgin rasps. The decaying flesh of Lord Elgin cracks and crumbles around his skeleton. The silver stake seems fused to his rib cage. Suddenly the study door bursts open, shattering as it does. Into the room stumbles the giant form of the golem. It looks at you for a second, takes a single step and then collapses. The clay begins to melt, dripping to the floor. Slowly from within the huge hulking pile of clay you see a figure emerging. Help me, H-E-L-P, which I'm assuming is him just saying help slowly. You recognise the voice. It's your friend Reynard. He's alive. Kicking shins. The end. Come, my old friend. Let's leave this place. You are safe. So is Ravenwood. The evil is gone now. Question mark. So what did everyone think of Ravenwood on the BBC Micro by John Blythe? Many thanks for playing this game. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly loved making it. See you in the next adventure. Design, Programming and Art by John Blythe. XYZZY. A Rucksack Games production. 2016, John Blythe. I think we've all had a lot of fun tonight, haven't we? They are good graphics. He has done well. It's a good little game, really. I don't feel that I was capable of doing that on my Todd without chapter 1 started fairly logically. I enjoyed that. It got a little bit difficult towards the end when I had to start grinding things up. Chapter 2, there's no way I could have done that. Unusual Coder is such a good artist. It is, isn't it? Next up, I'm not going to do it tonight, but one of the people in the chat called David J. Watts was suggesting that maybe next time we should play the Winnie the Pooh text adventure game. What's everyone think of that? Up for Winnie the Pooh, the text adventure game? Just out of curiosity, I want to see if it's on the categories. Winnie the Pooh. 100 Acre Wood one, isn't it? It's in there. Winnie the Pooh Adventures in 100 Acre Wood. Kick poo in shins. Right. Thank you everyone for coming out. It's been lovely playing a graphical text adventure with you all. And I'll do this again at some point. And if you're about on Friday, Dean the Coder and myself are going to be at the Baron of Beef in Cambridge from around 7 o'clock. Smashing back beers, eating burgers, talking about spectrums. It's going to be good. So I'll see some of you there. I might do another one of these streams before then.